Lizzie Deignan looking focused and concentrated on the line for the final stage. The OVO Energy Women's Tour. 125.9 kilometres from the velodrome here in Carmarthen to Pembury Country Park. 6 stages, 790 kilometres. Manon Lloyd leading away for Team Drops. She is the local rider. The 6th and final stage of the OVO Energy Women's Tour. And a big breakaway. Corin Rivera, Ryan Marcus, Chantal Black, Hannah Barnes, Romy Casper, Grace Brown, Leah Thomas, Eugenie Duval, Anna Christian, Yannicka Ensing and Ellen Van Dijk making up our 11-rider breakaway group. 1 kilometre to go into the first sprint of the day. Ellen Van Dijk is straight on her. Corin Rivera's got to try and find a way through. Great sprint there by Leah Thomas, throws her bike across the line. And Corin Rivera takes second, so Thomas takes the bonus seconds. Rivera takes second. That secures her that red iceberg jersey. She now can't be caught. Corin Rivera now decides that she's going for the Queen of the Mountains points at the top. She's being chased hard here by Grace Brown of Mitchelton Scott, but Rivera crests the summit. So is this a little move now by Corin Rivera, or does she just want those points?
I think she's got good legs and she's thinking, well, why not use them? It's the last day of the stage race. There's, nothing to lose now. She obviously thinks she's definitely going to finish this stage. She's secured that sprint jersey. So now she's thinking, well, I've got good legs. Let's go for it.
So this breakaway group starting to split. So Anna Christian from the Isle of Man. Great top 10 she took in the Commonwealth Games time trial last year, really developing year on year, but just finding the pace now of Leah Thomas a little bit too much on the front.
Leah Thomas has really impressed me this stage race, and also her teammate Lizzie Banks. The two of them together, they're right together on GC, and they seem to be working well off each other, and there's always seems to be one of them willing to be aggressive and go on the attack. And like we said, they've come with a small team, just 4 riders. One rider unfortunately crashed out, so down to 3, but they're not sitting back and just following wheels. They're racing really aggressively day after day now.
The Americans topping and tailing this leading group with Leah Thomas and Corin Rivera. Corin Rivera, the American national champion, but Leah Thomas is going to lead through the final classified climb of this race. So we'll see how many can all of the breakaway riders get over the top. That will mean that Kasia Niewiadoma will be the Queen of the Mountains in this year's race. After climbing Black Mountain, the final categorised climb on stage 6 of the OVO Energy Women's Tour, the breakaway was reeled back in as they headed towards the final iceberg sprint of the race at Penagruis. The sprint was won by Team Sunweb's Leah Kirkman from Christine Majerus of Bull Dolmans. More importantly for overall leader Lizzie Deignan, she took an important bonus second to double her advantage over Kasia Niewiadoma. Now Corin Rivera takes over on the front. Majerus, then Amy Peters is there. Leah Kirkman is the Team Sunweb rider. Again, Lizzie Deignan up towards the front. Again, the British rider, great sprinter, but Rivera now upping that pace. Majerus takes over. She's got Peters right on the wheel. Brennauer, Kirschman, Vollering are all up there. There's Lizzie Deignan. Then the 2 Movistar riders, Fournier and Gutierrez, are out of the saddle. Cavalli trying to get up there, but it looks at the moment like it's advantage Bull Dolmans. Christine Majerus, phenomenal lead-out rider, is the Luxembourg national champion. Amy Peters, twice a stage winner in the Women's Tour. Deignan goes into that corner, well up towards the front. No sign at the moment of that black jersey of the Skoda Queen of the Mountains of Kasia Niewiadoma. Majerus, a majestic lead-out here. 200 metres to go. They sweep round. Majerus takes a glance back at her teammate. Amy Peters now lines up for the finish. Leah Kirkman, the Canadian, trying to get up to her, but it looks like Amy Peters has still got the front. She takes the stage for Bull Dolmans. A great challenge by Leah Kirkman. She crosses the line in 2nd place.
That was such a technical finish there, but Bull Dolmans did a brilliant lead out. We had Jolene D'Or, we had Amanita Dixon before that, and then Christine Majerus doing the last few technical corners, launching Amy Peters perfectly into that sprint, and a nice clear win there by a whole bike length.
It's a great stage win there by Amy Peters, and there you have it. The green jersey crosses the line. Your 2019 OVO Energy Women's Tour champion, Lizzie Deignan. A massive return to racing for the British rider. Amy Peters takes the win on stage 6. Leah Kirkman was second and Roxanne Fournier third, ahead of Demi Vollering and Christine Majerus. Lizzie Deignan finished safely in 8th place to become the first two-time winner of the Women's Tour. Amy Peters takes her third stage victory in the Women's Tour. Sarah Roy won the overall Wahooligan Combativity Award. Kasia Nuviadoma held off the challenge of Christine Majerus to win the Skoda Queen of the Mountains competition. Last year's overall winner Corin Rivera picks up the Iceberg Sprints jersey. Balcar's silence rider Marta Cavalli was onto the podium to maintain her lead in the blue jersey as the best young rider in the Women's World Tour. The HSBC UK Best British Rider was Lizzie Deignan. She also won the Breast Cancer Care Points competition. And Lizzie was back on the podium to pick up the biggest prize of all, the OVO Energy Women's Tour green jersey. So confirmation of the GC, Lizzie Deignan won by 2 seconds from Kasia Nuviadoma, with Amy Peters third at 23 seconds. Christine Majerus was fourth, ahead of Demi Vollering and Leah Kirkman, and it was a great week for Lizzie Banks, who finished 7th.